What's up YouTube, this is Shuttleboy and I'm back with yet another video. Today's video we're going to be doing a review on the Converse Gianno Ox, the Golf Fleur model that's brand new from Converse. So let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so the Converse Gianno Ox did just recently come out in 3 different colorways, one being a purple brownish colorway, an all tan colorway, and then what we have here, the vintage white colorway, also known as the bananas. And I gotta say, guys, these are bananas. I really just went there. And yeah, I really like these a lot. I gotta be honest with you guys. I know there is a lot of concern on, is this really worth the $130 being like $30 more than the original ones? Is this really, are the materials there? Just what's the overall quality on these is what I hear a lot of people saying, and some people are not liking it. My 2 cents on this, I think the quality is very nice. It's not like crazy or anything, but I definitely, if we're looking at the 1-star versus this sneaker, I definitely think that it is justified that it's $30 more. Now, obviously, I don't want to pay $30 more, but I do think what you get here is definitely worth that price increase. It is a more comfortable model in general. I believe this is EVA foam, which is just a standard foam, but it is still very comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable than a Chuck Taylor or 1-star, that's for sure. And I'm really liking just the tooling on the shoe in general. The outsole I think is awesome. One of the big selling points for me is that this is a hiking shoe that I'm going to be able to wear in those terrible Illinois winters, which are 5 months long, and I can definitely tell that's what I'm going to get out of the shoe. As soon as you get one of these in hand, you'll know what I'm talking about. It just feels like you can feel the traction immediately when you rub your hand on this. It's just super aggressive, and I really like that. One of my favorite features on the shoe as well is this weird shank plate in the middle. I really like the grid design on it and the Golf Fleur branding on it with the gradient. I think that's awesome, and they also used it on the tongue, which I think is sweet. Some of the things that I don't like about this sneaker I will bring up is that around the eye stay here we have a synthetic material, which it just feels cheap, and I can tell it's going to crease up a lot because it's right by the laces, obviously. So that is an area where shoes tend to crease a lot, especially a shoe like this. And I can tell that's going to look ugly in the future. It just feels really cheap in general. I do really like that they put the 3M on it, but if that was the reason being why they did that, I could have did without it. Another thing that I don't really like is, I don't know, I have a love-hate with this weird ribbon on the back. I really like the zigzag pattern on the ribbon, but it just feels pretty awkward and meaningless on the back of the sneaker for the pull tab. It doesn't really serve as a function whatsoever, which I know is probably not the case for why they put it there, but I kind of wish it was a little bit more functional or thicker, or it just is really awkwardly placed on the sneaker, and that's something that kind of bothers me. As for materials though, other than those 2 things that I just specified, I think the rest of the materials are really nice. We have some meshes of different sorts, some textiles, and some leather on here. The leather feels pretty nice. I'm not gonna say it's the most amazing thing, but it definitely, for what you're paying for and for its purpose, I think it definitely gets the job done. It's not going to crease up a ton or anything because of how this is paneled out. So whether the quality was there or not, I don't think it would have mattered too much. The mesh I think is really nice as well. I know that's a weird thing to think, but it's a good mesh that you can tell that it's going to withstand the elements. Actually, on this colored mudguard here, you can tell that this is a very durable material. I think this part might be water repellent and is really cool. It has a nice texture to it as well, which I really like. Another thing that I would maybe have changed is also the height of the tongue. I feel like it should be a little bit higher. So if you were to use the back eyelets, that it would maybe like, it would cover that area a little bit more so you could see the branding on the tongue still. I don't know, I just feel like the tongue is a little short to my liking. It definitely doesn't stick out at all, which is kind of nice, but I just feel like we could have used like half an inch of material more on that part of the sneaker. Some last little detailings is I just want to note that there is very little Converse branding on this. Being a new sneaker, I think that's really nice of them to do that and have the Golf Fleur branding a little bit more abundant. While that's still pretty minimal as well, we have it on the leather on the back as well as on the medial side of the back, and then we also have it on the outsole and the insole and the tongue. Now we have Converse branding on the outsole. We also have it on the insole and then we have it on the tongue, but we do not have anything on the medial or front side of the sneaker. So I think that's really nice. It's very subtle. It lets the sneaker speak for itself, and I really appreciate that as well. We're gonna go ahead and skip to an on feet right now. Let me know what you guys think of these on feet. As far as sizing, I have said in the past that I do not think these fit true to size. Now, I will note this, that if you wear a size 11, let's say, in your Chuck Taylors, go half a size up from that. Now, I know that Converse site does say to go half a size down for Chuck Taylors, but I always had to go a full size down. In Converse's sizing of relativity, you would have to go half a size up for the Gianno compared to the Chuck Taylor. I got kind of confused with that, and since I wear a 10.5 in the Chuck Taylor, going a full size down from how I usually wear my sneakers, I went a full size up for that. And technically in relativity, I should have went with an 11, so that I'll cut them some slack for that. It does make sense, but it isn't really true size in my opinion, at least. All in all, guys, I do really like this sneaker. I think for the people that haven't got them in yet, or for people that are on the fence with these, I definitely recommend getting them, especially if you live in colder climates. This is a sweet sneaker you can wear in any weather, which is really awesome. As for wearing these in the summer, that's kind of a mixed bag of what your taste is. Personally, I'm not going to be wearing any Giannos in the summer. This is going to be a fall and winter shoe only, but hey, that's half the year in Illinois is winter, so I definitely can bear with wearing these for half the year. But that's going to conclude the video, guys. Let me know down below what you're thinking of the Converse Gianno Ox, specifically this colorway. Are you liking this colorway, or what's your favorite colorway from the bunch? Let me know what you think of these sneakers all in all. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video as well, guys, and please subscribe if you haven't already for more golf wearing, more sneakers, more clothing, more Shuttleboy. And this is Shuttleboy, guys, and I'm out, guys. Peace.